the string side, because that's where the drawings are really going to make of. It is, again, in connection with your assignment. So go to string side and go to the assignment folder for this assignment. Experience some glitches with the IT network. And I learned to tell you how to put problems initially trying to get it working. I hope that didn't take much of the time. So within the 214, if you navigate to the assignment here, what I want all of you to do is to download this one, House VG, this one, and this one into a folder. So I will right click on the first one and say save target as. Navigate to your desktop, create a folder within the desktop, click somewhere and say new, and create a folder. Please, this is exactly how you're going to type it. I want all of you to type it this way so that whenever you come here, we don't have to start afresh. We just start from where we stopped before. So you're going to create a folder, capital C, costs, and then capital X. Create a folder called CostX. There is no gap, and it's not a small letter. This way, whoever finishes working, and don't do anything on the drawing, just set the drawing type the way they are. Right click this other one too, set again as, keep it there. This one too, same one you pass, put it in that folder. So we have 3 documents in folder, and then you can shrink or you can close. Alright? Or before you close, either you do it now or maybe you navigate to your desktop and open it. I want you to link open this, click on this one, download it, say open it. And just shrink it because we'll be making use of this. Click enable editing, enable content. Because we're not going to be typing more things, we'll just copy from here and paste. I told you guys at the start that this part of the CostX in BIM is not a time to learn how to measure. Yeah, we'll pick up some measuring skills along the way, but the emphasis is not on the tools, not the knowledge. The knowledge we should have got from 218, 213, and 214, the first part of it. Alright? So, if I wanted to test the knowledge of measuring, what I would have done is to give you the main 3D model, say I want you to get me measurement for X number of traits or for 2 traits. Say I want the piling, I want the escalations, and I want the classical line, no, classical lines for the other drawing in house. So you should have knowledge. If I say I want classical line in that house region, the house residential 2D drawing that I gave to you, if I want to test the knowledge of measuring, I would say this is drawing, can use comes with a schedule for classical lines. So you should know the items, measurable items, and classical lines, and compare what is called measure list or the schedule for it. So assuming that you should know that, and if you don't know that, see the way we've done it. There are some other measurable items that we didn't pick because I don't want to over-level the aspect. So we will start with the summary of traits. This summary of traits is what I want to see in the, when we say create a workbook, we're going to create a workbook here because we're interested in plasterboard lining, styling, floor covering, and we're also interested in those items that we have for the this one for the 5D, all right? So we're also interested in this 5D. So what's going to happen is this is 5D, that should come first. So we will create some space here to add these 2D items. The 2D items, phase 2, we have the row for phase 2 title, or call it phase 1 actually, phase 1. Oh, don't take it. So we're going to have phase 1, plasterboard lining, tiling, floor coverings. That's all that we need from there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to create here 1, 2, 3, 4. And say insert. Just insert some rows. Enable us take this stuff and place it there. Phase 2 being phase 1. This one are the measurements that you should do on the 2D drawings. So we will open, I would say phase 1, which is 2D. Just and then we'll have plasterboard tiling and floor covering. So we go with denoted those phase 1 items, P, T, and E. And so this filing here, we might just call it PI to differentiate it from the plasterboard line. All right? And we're going to help you insert a column. Insert a column. And within that column, we're going to have a code of these items. Now the code will help us to align the measuring, to list these traits the way they should be listed, even though we are focusing on getting the dimension grouping, but you guys by now should have known that in our measurements there is order. If you are compiling shape properties, the excavation first should have preliminaries, and after preliminaries, you have what's the trade after preliminaries? Demolition. If there is any big job to be demolished from the site, after demolition, then you have excavation. But if there is no big demolition to be made, then demolition will be some part of excavation. And then after excavation, what's the next one? Yeah? Yeah. So there is what I'm trying to emphasize here. For assignment, I don't care how you rearrange them, but out there in the industry, they want you to arrange them in the sequence they should be. Why? Because if somebody is going through your work, because there could be up to 200 traits. And if you rearrange them and you're submitting to them the information that you have, and they want to update the cost library, it's quite difficult to know where your items fit within the overall cost library. So it's agreed that things should follow the same sequence because that's the sequence they plan the cost library and some other things. So in order to fit what you're doing in the broader scheme of things, you should maintain the same. So I guess the way it is here, after excavation, then you have piling, or piling first before excavation, you just pick it up, and then concrete block, plasterboard. Whether tiling should come before floor covering tiling, just find out. So in real life, you put this thing according to the NZS 422 how it is listed. Okay? Assuming we're just interested in all this, only this. So if we know the right sequence, then we call the first one 0. Assuming this is the right sequence, 0E will be our excavations. And after that, we have 1 for our PI. And we have 2. What is called our C. Then we're only interested in the items, not the categories and subcategories. Here we will call it 3 underscore P. So you got it, this for this 5 F. So this is the way we want this to be coded. So when we are listing the broad categories under the dimension grouping, we have OE, then excavation, 1 pi tiling, and within those we have some items under those. All right. Now, the other thing I wanted to modify in this expression is when you have an item called unit, please change it to item. Right? The unit of measurement should be item, not sum, because the REST library in the CostX does not recognize a unit called sum, which recognizes item. So you will go through the REST and change them to items, wherever this kind of thing is called. So I'll leave it to the rest. Now, so you click it to save, make sure that what you have there, your desktop, has saved accordingly. Now you shrink it. Shrink everything. And now you can open your CostX. Open it. It's not a long one. Now, when you open CostX, you will see a number of projects or a number of buildings there. And these things exist because somebody has been working in that computer. Like I told you, CostX doesn't have save as. Whenever you finish working, it's whatever you've been doing in that computer stays there. And when you come back again, some people have deposited some projects there, and there is a limit. Under the student dashboard, there is a maximum number of projects that you can, buildings that you can have. So I want you to delete whatever has been there in this. So just cancel this, and then before you create the video, cancel everything. When you click here, are you seeing any recent building? So if none is showing in yours, then click delete. All right? Then it will bring you to those projects that were resident in that in the computer, and then you select each one of them and delete them. All right? So delete that one. Say yes. Click again to delete. Take the other one. Click again, delete, and then take the last one, delete. So you have a clean slate for your CostX to start. Why we need to do this is because whatever we're going to do now is going to be a continuation for the assignment. All right? When you finish, wherever we stop now, you're going to export that file. Then export that file to your H drive, to your home drive. Then when we start again, you import your own file into your into the CostX environment and continue from there. Alright? So wherever we stop now, if you leave anything in the computer, there's no way you can use a copy to send it, flash drive, send it and cancel it to your hard drive. You can only say export. So when you export, you point to your hard drive and send it there. Then when you start the new CostX environment, you import back to. So the way we want to do it is you click here and say new building. So it gives you the opportunity to name that building. Now, I want you guys to name that building according to the way you're going to submit this assignment. So I want everybody to name it as, so CostX, like me, this is my work, I will say CostX is general across the board. CostX BIM. Then I will say assignment 2. Sorry, assignment. And then underscore, my first, the letter for the first name, hyphen, match. So this way, when you submit your assignment, I know that assignment comes from you. Right? So this is the way you should. So John Doe or Joe Blocks will say Joe Blocks. You know, so but the rest of the will remain the same. So right? So building code is not important. And the project, I want you to put it on the first project. So building type, we can call it mixed building because it's a combination or mixed development set. Because development is a combination of residential and is that receptive for office or education room. That 3D is not residential, might be office, might be commercial or whatever. So just do it this way. But what is of primary importance is project must be based on default. If you don't base it on default, if you put it on template, then the workbook will be populated for templates kind of scenario, so it's default. Yeah, that's all. Obviously, if you choose default, the rest of the thing will be grayed out, so nothing will be indicated there. So you insert. Alright, so we have created a CostX file for the two aspects of our measurements. Both because as I told you, if you shrink this and go to the requirements for that assignment in your CostX environment here, this file says that there are 3 sets of tasks that you need to do in this assignment. And you know them by going to the market scale. So there's going to be 2D CostX measurements where you measure those traits. And there will be CostX rate library building up. And then there will be 5D measurement where you measure the excavation, concrete work, and piling for the 3D. Alright? So keeping that in mind, we will now upload the drawings that we are interested in. So when you click on drawings, add, as you were taught yesterday on last Thursday, navigate to your desktop and take this. Don't change anything, just insert. Also add this other one. Not changing anything, so add. Now, what this means is You have two ways of starting afresh. Assuming you come next week to continue with your work. Alright? Now, if anybody says anything, like when you finish now, when you leave here, anything that you said in the next one will be washed away. It's not going to be there. Well, when you start, next time you come, please create a folder on the desktop. Tell me the way we describe it now. Capital C, cost, capital X. Alright? And then put those two drawings there. So when you come next week, even if you don't load the drawings into the CostX, even if you don't import whatever we start into the CostX will load automatically this drawing from the desktop. Because it has now been programmed to, whenever you open CostX, to look for a folder in the desktop called CostX and to get those two drawings loaded. So it does have to be. But if you load it in your H drive, when you leave, to keep the last person's H drive here, that's the folder it's going to point to. And when that person is logged out, it can access it. Right? So that's the need to make sure that everything, whenever you come, open CostX, the way if you give a gap, it won't locate it. Just exactly the way it was. Put there in the desktop. And those drawings are in there. And then when you want, if you want to import whatever you've done before, you can say, now that import there will be, because it's grayed out now, we should have started initially, if you want to import directly, just create here, import, and then you navigate where you have the original drawing saved as EX file, and then, or you can take the merge option. Say merge within from EXF, right? So then that enables you to navigate to wherever you save it, and then merge it to be part of the new CostX environment that you're doing, and you continue from where you stopped. So you don't start from the scratch anymore, right? Just to let you know. So now what we're going to do is to create the dimension group for the items that we'll be measuring. Right? Is anybody missing out on what we've done so far? Because I discovered when we miss out the issue, well, we're going to catch up easily with the rest. Is anybody having any ambiguity? Do you need any help to this point? Can I see your hand up if you need me to come around to join you? So we all got the same. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to create the dimension groups. Now, there are several ways people do their dimension groups. I leave it up to them. It's a personal preference. But the best practice approach is to create a dimension group in the order in which you've created your workbook. So you can easily link items from the workbook. You can easily cross-link the workbook items and your dimension group. I don't believe this approach well. It serves them right, but for me, it's kind of confusing. Now you just want to create one dimension group that you want to use for multiple traits. If you're doing a big project, it kind of creates confusion, right? So the way we're going to do it now, it might not be exactly the way they want to do it out there. If you go to your workplace and they say, no, don't create dimension group this way, create it this way, just what is important to you is that you know how to create a dimension group and get your quantities into the items and then populate the workbook with those items. That's the most important thing. However, anybody prefers to do it otherwise, it doesn't make any difference. So, now, first of all, before you create the dimension group, I told you earlier on that before you start measuring, you have to have a clear understanding of what you're measuring, what you call to measure. Like here, within the 2D measurements, we are called to measure plasterboard linings, and we are called to measure tiling, and we are called to measure floor covering, 3 traits. So when it comes to before you start these measurements, the first thing you do, whether you're given a set of drawings in 2D or you're given a model, is to first of all have a clear understanding of the drawings. Read the drawings, study the drawings, and understand how the drawings are put together. Because you can't measure if you don't understand the geometry of it. You can't figure out how the formation looks like, the flooring system, what does it comprise of, and the walling. Timber, is it precast or steel, and the roofing. So you've got to do that. And one way of doing that is, say for instance, the one that is highlighted, which is this object. I don't know how many of you have had time to study this drawing and see how, what the geometric components, how this structure is put together. One way you can do that before you start getting your dimension book and using the model map to build the dimension book is to get to the model tree. So this highlights the whole structure. This building has the geometric figures arranged in 6 subcategories. So it has the beam. When you click on the beam, it highlights the beam components in this structure. And then when you unpack this beam, then it tells you where each beam is located. Right? If you open it up, it will tell you what actually is happening. So it has given you the geometric configuration for each beam type within the beam structure. That's the first thing you have to do.
How did you get onto that? Sorry.
So that again,
the model.
Yeah, you have to click on the model.
Yeah.
This is for the whole building, and initially it was arranged this way. So that tells you how the geometric parts are put together. So you started first one, highlight the major category, and that gives you all the beam components. And if you want to load individual beams, you break it down and see what constitutes each part. When you've done, just click, get it back, load it up again. This is the building element proxy. Whatever that is, when you click on that, you see it's only this. This is not going to be helpful to you. I don't know what this is, but it's not really helpful. Let's put it up. Then the columns. This gives you all the columns, in this structure. All right. Now, when you unpack it, when you unpack it, then you see that there are 3 major groups there under the IFC column. The first one is this. So that is column 356 by 356 by 129 universal columns. All right. And then you have the 450 groups. So 450, within the 450, you have the all of same dimension. Concrete round column 450 by 450. Okay. So each of these column, I think all the columns are the same size. So if you're measuring the concrete columns, so you're going to now know that there will be 450 circular columns, and there will also be 356 by 356 by composite column, and you're going to have 750 by 750 circular column. So this has given you an idea about the kind of column system or column arrangement for this building. And then you take the footing, and you go to the footing and unpack it. You're going to see that there will be pie caps. I don't know how far you guys have studied pie caps, but I'm sure you would have had pie caps. So this is okay, second level, year 2. All right. So I'm sure you would have done some pie caps in 27271 piling. You would have done some piling. So you discover that pilings are inserted either in single files or